Okay, Maurice and Montana pulled this one very well. I must tell you, it's been long. I talked about Maurice Sam. It's been long, especially his movie. I was going around his channel. I said, okay, let me see, because there's this movie that he released, or that he's been trending on the TikTok, because he's kind of advertising it everywhere. And I said, okay, let me even check what this movie is all about. And I said, let me take my time and watch it. You understand? So I was going through the movie and I was like, okay, it's a good storyline. Let me talk about it. Montana, it has Montana, it has Maurice Sam, and then other actors and actresses. You understand? So the movie is a very good storyline. Player's Heart. Yes, that's the name of the movie. Player's Heart. Maurice Sam was kind of a player from the beginning. There are times I don't want to say the movie are all back to back, just like I do with Sonia's, so that many who see this movie can just go to his channel and see it. So I'm just gonna say the important aspect of it. Maurice Sam happens to be a player, but everything in life that people do, because there was a post someone made and said, you don't just judge people simply because you see them doing a particular thing. There is something that may have linked or may have happened that made them do those things, and then literally when you just see them, you begin to say this person is a bad person. Maybe you see someone always smoking constantly, someone who is always drinking constantly, somebody who is maybe a kind of a kind of prostitute or doing something bad, and then when you see them, you tag them notorious, not knowing something may have triggered them doing those things. You understand? So in this very movie, it's just like that very statement the person made, the post that person made. And I said, Maurice Sam happens to be a player and is stinkingly rich. The father left him with all his wealth, and his father is a very wealthy person when he was alive. But this man, Maurice Sam, it's been one woman to another, from here to here. In fact, every week, every now and then, he has two baby mamas that had a boy and a girl for him, and he's been keeping up with them, but he doesn't want to settle down with anybody. He just wants to have fun with them and then let them go. At first, when you be watching it, you'll be like, why are you from one person to another? But there was a reason behind it. That is why we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. We should oftentimes not judge people simply because we see them doing a particular thing. We should more or less find out what actually led to these people doing this kind of thing. You understand? But we got to know towards the ending of the movie, when he narrated the story that made him go about being with different women and never settle with any. Montana happens to be a childhood friend of his, and he loved her naturally without any strangers as at then. And then she happened to come take refuge in Maurice's house due to the violence she experiences in her husband's house, though both are separated. The husband is a woman beater. It's very bad for anyone to marry a woman beater. You understand? Because any man that raises his hands on a woman is not fit to be a man. Honestly speaking, not knowing that Montana was going through a lot, and then came to Maurice Sam saying that she wants to be there for him to work as a housekeeper, and Maurice Sam wondering why you choose to work as a housekeeper when you have a degree. You can actually work in my company. But she said no, that I have my reasons. I really want to work indoors. But towards the ending of the movie, we're able to find out the reason why she had wanted to work indoors, basically because she never wanted her beating husband, whom she was about to divorce, to see her, because he was constantly beating her. The story was a very good line, made us to understand that life is exactly not with just not things you see people doing. There are things that really triggers those things. I learned a lot from the movie, and that well, you shouldn't even be triggered or more or less by influenced by your parents' decisions or what happened to them. You think life is just like that, that whatever happened to your parents will happen to you in your own lifetime. Because Maurice was living a life that, due to the fact that his father never had a happy married life, the mother was cheating on him constantly in spite of the money. And how, when he had narrated this story to Montana, he was telling her that the mother married the father because of the money, and because of that she was going here and there, following different men, sleeping around, cheating on the father, and the father was literally crying every. In fact, this movie has influenced me. I could hear there was one of the biggest baby mama was saying literally like 100 times, she has already influenced Julie. Oh, Julie is now talking literally over and over. Anyway, when he was explaining that the mother kept going from one man to another, the father had never had a happy married life, and because of that, he swore to himself he was never going to marry any girl, but like just play him way out. But Montana came into his life, changed him. All the while she was playing a housekeeper, she was giving him advice, trying to make him change, and he did really change. Because during those time that Montana was in his house, there wasn't any women coming here and there to come sleep over like they normally do, you understand? So people can actually have positive impacts in your life depending on the kind of, so you should know the kind of person you keep, the kind of friends you keep around you. Are they those kind of people that can impact your life positively, you understand? So when Montana came into Maurice's life, she transformed him. He changed totally. So you should know the kind of friends that you keep. Let it be those ones that can influence your life positively. Okay, look at the other friend of Maurice. Those that later wanted to rape Montana, and imagine, he didn't even know the aspect of that guy. He didn't know the aspect of that his friend. That was what Maurice said. He didn't know the aspect of him, that he was just a beast, you understand? So you should know the kind of friend you keep. There are friends that will come into your life and they will change your life completely for good purpose. And there are people that will come into your life and you'll be shattered. So I keep saying and emphasizing that each time we are talking about movie review, you should always learn from the movie itself, you understand? The movie is really well packed with educational lessons. I love it because initially I didn't like it. I didn't like what I was seeing from the beginning, but at the end of the day, I saw that, okay, this guy wasn't just living this life because he actually wants to live, but something made him to live this kind of life, and that is where my judgment stopped. Yes, my judgment stopped when I heard the story of why he was keeping his life like that. So there are things that we base on and we live by those things, trying to, like, for example, you kind of had an experience and you're trying to avoid such experience, not knowing you're hurting yourself. You understand? Because there are people that will like base their life because my parents are divorced, therefore I'm not gonna get married. There are people like that in life. They will like, my parents never had happy marriage. They were always fighting, always quarreling. There was never a peaceful moment in my home. Therefore, because of this thing, because of this singular purpose, I'm not gonna ever get married. There are people like that. Please, you need to change your perspective about all those kind of things. Don't base your life because of one experience, bad experience you've had, bad experience you've seen or heard, or all this kind of thing. Just believe that yours can work out, just like Montana advised Maurice that yours can actually work out. You understand? That your parents didn't work out doesn't mean yours can work out. So don't base on those kind of past experience. What you should be focused on is how you can make yours to work better than that of that experience you had. Maybe your parents, your friends, the story you heard or something. Because I've heard somebody saying the rate at which divorce is on the increase is better I remain single. Yes, this is a reality. This is something somebody said blankly. I mean, as in block, as what will I even, which English am I even going to use? The person said it bluntly that if the rate at which divorce is happening here and there, it's better I remain single. Oh my goodness, why would you even say a thing like that? You understand? So you just have to like get yourself together. Yes, there is divorce on the increase, but I'm definitely going to make my marriage work. I'm definitely going to put in my best to make it work out. I'm definitely going to make, try to be positive. You understand? You never can know. Yours may be the one of the best marriage on earth. So we shouldn't base on past experience, just like Maurice. This story is a very good one. I really enjoyed every aspect of it. Maurice was really good on this one, and I must encourage you to go see it. You would learn the positive aspect of the story. Yes, the positive aspect of it, because it happens to a lot of people. There are a lot of people that wants to play out their life with they don't want to remember certain things, so they play out their life trying to forget some kind thing that happened. So let us work on ourselves. If we are in the categories of these people, then you should start working on yourself. Understand, then listen to the people that can help you out. Like Maurice's driver was a very good man. I love that man. He's a very good person because he was always giving him good advice. But maybe because it's just his driver or PA, he doesn't actually take his whatever he says. He doesn't just pay attention to him. You understand? So I guess the movie is a very good one. And I noticed that Maurice's channel is growing. He's doing well for himself. I really must give him a thumbs up. He's really doing well for himself. The story is a good one. Yes, it's a very good one. And if you've not seen it, Players Heart, you can just quickly go to Maurice's TV and watch. The way you watch, you comment, or then this very review, what aspect of it did you notice? Because the very place that really touched me was, why would Montana, you already knew, why would it be Maurice Sam's house that you came? Don't you have any other place to go, if not that you had the intention of making him fall for you? Yes, you wanted to hide. There are other places you can hide. I was, speaking when I started watching the movie. I was like, there are other places you could hide. Why here? Or maybe you wanted to like change Maurice's way of living. You understand? And she did that. You understand? And she left when she wanted to leave. But the story is a very good one. It ended up all well. You understand? So if you have not seen it, Players Heart is streaming at Maurice's channel. You go see it and then drop your own contribution. So let's hear you on the comment section. What part of this movie did you love so much, and what is your constructive criticism? Let's hear it on the comment section. Until I come again, I'm still your favorite, just Julie.